Here goes Friday. You know what time it is in the good old JR voice, but the lady spider can't hear. AK, Mr. AKA. Put your mom in the figure four like follow the Blur Cartel. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch, Friday night. You're here. 2-man power trip time. The German Prince.
So we're doing this. We're doing this again. Charismatic Creations, High Risk Wrestling Podcast every Saturday. Tomorrow's show is little fantasy booking for the current AEW Women's feud, the freelancers versus the originals. I believe it's leading up to a women's War Games match. If that's not the outcome, then what are we doing here? So we're gonna do a little fantasy booking. Who's going to be on the freelancers? Who's going to be with the originals? And yeah.
You see, he's a Negro, but he's not my Negro. He on my shows, but I don't get to be on his shows. But that's neither here nor there.
My show is just one.
He's gonna
person. That's why I have other shows for other people to be on. No worry, we'll collab, the Blur Cartel and Charismatic Creations, and we'll come together to be like the ministry and the corporation coming together.
The world has a fucking end beforehand, all that. But the Elimination Chamber went by. Pretty good show. I had people hype beasting it up, saying, "Oh, it's the best Elimination Chamber ever." Like, relax, it's not even near there, but it was a good show nonetheless. But we could talk about the ladies' chamber. The obvious winner won, obviously. No doubt about it. So I mean, let's talk about it. Asuka, Raquel Rodriguez, Carmella, Liv Morgan, Natalya, and Nikki Cross, the original Nikki Cross. So, 1 to 5. What do you give this match?
A 3, because when you compare it to the men's chamber, the glaring obvious thing that happened was both chambers did this thing where nobody got eliminated until all 6 were in the ring. But once all 6 women were in the ring, it was just like boom, 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 quick eliminations. That's my one of my few glaring things about the match. I'm not the biggest fan of Raquel, and I would have much rather have Piper Nevin in the match instead of Raquel. Was Raquel one of the final 4 in the Women's Royal Rumble? Because Carmella won a qualifier, and I think Natalya won a. So Raquel was one of the final 4.
Well, Carmella's the last 2 with Asuka. Natalya, I think, got eliminated.
No. I mean, when they put the women into the match, the first 4 were the final 4 women, not including Rhea Ripley from the Royal Rumble. So it was Asuka, Liv, Nikki, and I think because I think Carmella and Natalya won. Yeah, Carmella and Natalya won qualifier matches. So they didn't treat. If you're going to have a monster in a match, you got to treat them equally. And they didn't treat. I'm not the biggest fan of Raquel, but they didn't treat Raquel like how the men's chamber treated Bronson Reed. You know what I mean? And like if you look at the current roster on the women, who's the true monster right now, Piper Nevin is just like dominating. I would have much rather have Piper in the match over Raquel. Other than that, I like what we've been doing with Liv. That ever since she's lost the women's championship, she's just doing crazy stuff, and she's kind of been the Iron Woman because she started first in the Rumble, and she started first in the Chamber as well. She's got the times. It was a good match. I wish it would have went a little bit longer. I wish the eliminations were spaced out more. Asuka was the obvious winner. And the only it was obvious that she was going to win. I just still don't agree with it being Asuka versus Bianca. I would have logically speaking, doesn't Rhea versus Bianca and Asuka versus Charlotte just makes more sense for me?
Well, considering Asuka got hoed by both of them, it didn't matter. I mean, let's put Asuka in a match with Bianca to get hoed by her, and then she could get hoed by the trifecta.
Charlotte again.
She already got hoed by Charlotte. She got hoed by Rhea. 35.
Yeah, Asuka. Remember, y'all. Asuka does not have Asuka has done everything in the WWE except win a match at WrestleMania. And I saw somebody's comment. Tell me if you agree with this. Asuka has done important things, but has never really felt important compared to like the four horsewomen in Ronda. You know what I mean?
Asuka hasn't felt important since NXT.
Well, I'll say she was one of the MVPs of pandemic era. Her and Bayley and Sasha were the three women that like pretty much carried the women's division during the pandemic era. Asuka was amazing during that time.
But it's forgettable. That's why I'm saying, right. Even when she was roughshotting NXT and she gave up the title and whatever, and now you're in a passing of the torch. She didn't even have one of those matches. You just it was the title, and I'm going to the main roster. And then she was doing stuff. She won the Rumble. That was a crowning achievement. She got hoed by Charlotte afterwards, and then the whole Kabuki Warriors thing with Kyrie that failed immensely, and then Becky kind of like gave her money in the bank, I guess.
Failed? Wait, what do you mean? I enjoyed the Kabuki. I enjoyed heel Kyrie. She was a little shit.
You like when Charlotte just like manhandled them in the fucking. I think it was what
it was a TLC match where she gave Kyrie concussion and didn't care, and Becky went and checked on Kyrie and like rolled Kyrie under the ring. But no, they were great as a tag team. I love heel Kyrie, but like also like Asuka wins the first ever Women's Royal Rumble and then loses at WrestleMania. What kind of sense did that make? So she's done important things and just hasn't felt important. And I'm scared.
It doesn't matter.
Like I'm scared she's going to lose to Bianca at WrestleMania.
Well, look. I'll say this: they kind of booked themselves into a corner with Bianca. She is pound for pound the best female wrestler on the roster. I mean, hands down.
No, it's not hands down.
Listen. She's the most athletic. The most dominant.
But she's not the best wrestler on the roster.
What I'm saying is, as far as just like overall, I'm not saying that at a technical standpoint or anything like that. Just speed, agility, strength. She got better. So I'm just saying.
She's a good athlete, but I see what you're saying. I disagree. I see what you're saying.
Okay. I'll say it like this, since you're having trouble comprehend what I'm saying. Maybe it's my fault also. Nobody can beat Bianca except for a handful of people convincingly, and you'd be like, oh, okay, she lost. Maybe Rhea and Asuka, that's it. And nobody else can like beat her and just be like, okay, I'm fine with her losing like that convincingly.
Well, Rhea, I'll probably say Rhea, Asuka, and Charlotte.
Charlotte is like Charlotte wins LOL, so we're not gonna like
take
it seriously.
Ronda,
she took it seriously, and Shayna was whooping on Bianca in NXT.
Yeah, if like that's what that's why I'm going to immensely enjoy this tag team run of Shayna and Ronda, because they're going to be booked to be the dominant forces that they always should have been.
And Ronda can learn from Shayna. Also,
and Red is not a bad wrestler. She just needs to get better. Right. That's why over the past year we've been building up Rhea. Okay, yeah, they've teased Rhea and Bianca multiple times, and then you're just not going to give us that match. So think about it. Let's assume that. Let's assume Rhea is going to be Charlotte. That means Rhea and the Judgment Day are going to SmackDown, and you're separating Rhea and Bianca again. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Enjoy that for Survivor Series.
So, chamber match 3 out of 5. I'm happy Asuka won because you can't bring back her and her kind of gimmick and then like have her lose.
But I'm not mad at Rhea facing Charlotte for the most part because it's a different Rhea. So just like there's another chance Rhea. Just she's more vicious, more relentless in the ring than she was when she was NXT champion. That was a weird fucking match, and she was dressed.
And it was a good and it was a good match. But like again, we can tell by the book because Charlotte winning did nothing for NXT at all. Like
it wasn't supposed to. But I also get a Chamber 3. I mean, it's not much the women can really do to outshine the men. But
here's the thing. I feel like if given the leeway and the opportunity, they can. But because of certain factors, they won't be allowed to.
But if you look at War Games, right? You have you had Bianca in there. She's she was I think she's in 2 of them, right? Or no, let me not use Bianca. I use EO. EO's a ring general in War Games. Candice LeRae is a ring general in War Games.
And their War Games matches were better in NXT than I think they've been on the main roster.
Yeah, and then you had like the heel team when it was EO, I think it was EO, Shayna, Bianca, and like
NXT or on the main roster.
NXT, or I think it was Kaylee Ray, Shayna, EO, and Bianca. Like that's a
Kaylee Ray, because Kaylee Ray was the last person. Yeah, it was Kaylee Ray, EO, Shayna,
and Bianca.
There were 5. Weren't there 5 women? Who was the 5th? It was 4 and 4. And the women's team was that
Rhea was the leader of the face team, I believe.
Was that the Dakota Hill turn? That was the Dakota Hill turn.
Yeah.
That was the Dakota Hill turn. Yeah, that was Dakota.
Dakota was in every War game.
Yeah. So yeah.
Candice LeRae and
yeah. Like I hate making this comparison, but I think you can see sometimes. Obviously, in Impact, they trust the women to go above them, and they've let them say, "Yo, go do your thing." With us, and they've outshone the men. The women in AEW, when given opportunity, have done it from time to time. So I just want the women in the WWE to be given just a little bit more leeway. Yeah, I like you have. First of all, you have Candice LeRae on your roster, you know what I mean? Who's wrestled in extreme matches. She's wrestled men. You have a ring general right there, like, and she can guide them. You know what I mean? They just need to be given that opportunity.
Maybe because she's a mom now, she's just going back on not doing that stuff. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but Mickey. I don't know, but Mickey's a mom, and she's been doing Monsters Ball matches for the last 2 years.
No fucks given on that one, but the next Chamber match, I think it was the Brock match. I think
it was Brock and Bobby. The less said about this, the better.
Dick kick city bitch, and that's it. Pretty much.
Why not just have the match? Why not just like, you know what it was? It felt like Vince booked this, where he wanted to make both men look good and not have no. If you don't want to have a definitive winner, don't book the match.
So I mean, I'm confused. So first of all, I'm not confused in the Bobby versus Brock match. Fine, have it. I'm confused when Bray comes out and challenges both of them.
That Friday he's on SmackDown before the Chamber. He said, "Whoever wins, I want you." And it's like it doesn't.
But it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make. There's no. So apparently he's going to be facing Bobby because Bobby quote unquote won the match. Bobby Lashley his character doesn't seem suited for the supernatural stuff that Bray does.
Well,
you know what I mean?
If you remember, who did Bobby Lashley defend his Intercontinental Championship against at WrestleMania?
The Aussie title?
Yes, and he had eye contacts on for the match.
Did Bobby face Finn at WrestleMania?
Yes, he faced Demon Finn Balor at
Bro,
WrestleMania
I
Intercontinental
don't.
Championship.
There are matches that's like skip my memory because like part of me doesn't even ever remember Roman and Drew McIntyre having a match at WrestleMania. I don't remember that.
And guess what? That's when Leo Rush was still managing Bobby Lashley.
Lashley.
So
That's what we started calling up.
that's a stupid feud when Rush would jump over Finn Balor and chase him around the ring and stuff like that. But he has faced supernatural characters before. So
but this version of Bobby doesn't suit that story. It just doesn't.
Yeah, but the other one didn't either. And I don't know why he had eye contacts on in that match, but whatever. But if we're gonna get Gunther versus Brock Lesnar, I'm for it.
I don't think we're getting that match at Mania.
That'd be a nice match.
I mean, that's what we want, and we're not going to. Currently, what we're hearing is Bray versus Bobby and Brock versus Omos.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be worse than Dean Ambrose versus Brock, but you know.
And Gunther's supposed to be defending the title against Sheamus and Drew in a triple threat match.
Well, I'm for that.
Yeah, I don't. This is one of the few times where it just like that. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense more than Asuka Bianca doesn't make sense. I have no idea how they're going to drag out Asuka and Bianca feuding for the next 6 weeks. I just don't know.
Yeah, and we had 6 weeks of building to WrestleMania, and it's not gonna.
That's also been a thing I just don't like. You don't. The chamber comes. What chamber / no way out always came. Well, I'm sorry. The chamber pay per view, not No Way Out. The chamber pay per view always came too quickly after WrestleMania. I mean, after the Royal Rumble. Like 6 weeks is too long. You know what I mean? 4 is perfect, but I digress. Our next match was
well, this one was a 1, so give it a.
It's
one.
a dud. We got Finn and Edge. Yeah, the Grit couple versus
Judgment Day.
The Judgment Day. And listen. I'm rarely wrong. I will apologize to Goose. Goose got this one right.
Well, I said they would win, and Finn's taking a pin. So I mean,
shout out to FTR.
Yeah.
It was a good match. It was a good match. I just didn't think it made sense for Rhea to lose, but okay, it's fine.
I mean, it was a couple of little late 2 count saves in there, but you know, something minuscule. So hopefully we'll get Edge versus the Demon at WrestleMania. I think that's what they're going for.
Word on the street is Edge, Demon, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania.
Hopefully it's not the red one.
We're always getting this red structure.
Match gets a 3, I guess. It's passable.
All right, it was everything fit. Also, once again, shout out to ex-con Dom. Dude's amazing. Look who's speaking of the devil, look who's on my screen. Ex-con Dom with Mommy, Santos Escobar, and Rey Mysterio.
Yo, can we have ex-con Don win King of the Ring and call it a day?
They did announce whoever is getting the event, they are doing a King and Queen of the Ring this year.
Yes, the counter.
It's a one night event too.
They're trying to counter AEW
because the Queen King of the Ring is that Saturday, and then Double or All Out is going to be that Sunday.
Right. So pretty fancy for you, WWE. Pretty fancy for you. So obviously, match of the night, Men's Rumble. Everybody got the shine in this one.
Everybody got the shine. Everybody.
So
I'd probably say Theory had the least amount of shine out of the other 5.
Probably Damian Priest had the least amount of shine. He didn't really do much. So I think Priest had the least amount of shine. Seth being Seth, just being a workhorse. Just
Seth and Johnny, just give us a quick match. Can I get that match? Just a random Seth, Johnny Gargano 15-minute match on Raw. Just kind of give it to me. And it's like that's the first time they faced each other ever. Like Gargano's
back, so I appreciate it. Montez Ford standout. of the night. Just doing
Everybody's got to hit their finisher on Bronson Reed. That's how you book a monster. And Reed's just been dominant as he's come back as well, murdering everybody.
Bronson Reed looked good. Austin Theory was Austin Theory. Logan Paul did his thing
with a nice little. Can Austin Theory's finisher is just really bad. It's just bad.
I mean, hey, he needs to change it. Like now.
It's like it's really, really bad. And I don't know what I would give him. Is anybody doing the TKO right now in WWE?
I thought Theory was doing the TKO.
Yeah, like he should just go back to doing a TKO. He should just go because the A10 downs are really bad, and it doesn't even look like it hurts. It's just a bad finisher. It just is.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he could do the dirty deeds, the old dirty deeds.
The headlock driver.
Yeah,
but that was bad. That's Bailey's finisher. The Rose Plant. That's her finisher.
Yeah, but Bailey does it bad. It doesn't.
No, this was a really good match. Montez Ford. Get ready for the Montez Ford singles push. But honestly, because I feel like they're going to get split up this year. They both have looked amazing these last couple of months. Angelo has put on a little bit more muscle, slimmed down some. He's hitting centimes over the top rope and landed on his feet. I just like the guys of. I think Angelo's like, yeah, I know you're going to split us up, but don't forget about me. You know what I mean?
I think the smart play would just have them. They need another tag team championship run of just but you gotta wait a little bit. Like I would like to see Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Street Profits. Just run that.
Now, can you see a Montez Bianca heel turn power couple kind of thing? Where they play into the fact that like they're athletically superior than everybody. I feel like that would work.
Because Montez would carry it.
Is Bianca like the thing is Bianca too far of a approach to turn heel at this point?
No, it'd be a fair heel turn. It's just like who would be the face the challenger? That's the problem.
No, it's another question for another. I feel like it will work.
Yeah,
you can always turn anybody.
As far as women are concerned, WWE got too many heels.
Yeah. Like Shotzi just turned face again because they have too many heels, and I feel like they might be turning Nikki face again. I think Nikki's a tweener. Actually, I think Nikki's just a tweener.
It's like Becky Lynch is a face, but she could just
go back and forth.
Yeah.
But this men's chambers match was really, really. This is actually one of the better chambers over the last, I want to say, half decade. This might have been the best men's chamber in like the last 5 or 6 years, actually.
Yeah, a bunch of near misses in this one. Bronson Reed poison Ronda by Johnny Gargano. He got spiked on his fucking head, but and then Frankenstein off the chamber where Johnny Gargano fucked himself over on that one. So let's not do any more near misses. And then I like when, oh my god, I've never seen this before. Montez Ford dropping down when Kalisto did it.
When John Morrison did it like a couple years ago. I explicitly remember not only John Morrison falling, but he either did a corkscrew plunge or it was a flip. He didn't just fall. But it was good. It was a really, really good match. It was really, really. I'll give this one actually a 4 out of 5.
4 is good. I'll take that. And in the main event, another overbooked match by Roman Reigns. So
I'll get my rating out the way now because of how overbooked it was. A 3 out of 5. You know what I mean? I think the ending was never in doubt. It's just how you got there. Like 2 ref bumps. 2.
And
2.
And they, you know what? They didn't need it. I think Roman should just beat him straight up and just like call it a day. That's it. A lot of two. I think Sammy should have got like at least like 2.9999s out of it just for the hometown bump. And Roman should just beat him clean. I mean, what was the issue? It didn't need anything. Nothing screamed, oh, this needs to be rough bump overbooked city and then bloodline. It didn't need none of that, actually.
I think the only thing it kind of really needed, you had to find a way to work the Usos in, to work Jay in. Other than that, it didn't need, you know what I mean?
It could have been a backstage segment. It could have been a backstage segment where they were still in America and just like watching it, and then that's it. Roman could have literally been by himself, and they could have played it off into like a backstage segment where Paul
and where was Solo?
I don't know.
He told the Usos to stay back, not Solo.
But the Usos could have been back there with Paul Heyman and just watching it and just be like, that's it. You didn't. It was overbooked as fuck. I mean, that's just whatever.
So we move on to the next chapter. What's next? We'll find out.
And
we'll find out tonight.
Chance now because he's too popular. Just have Cody just do his thing. It's fine. Put the Sammy Kevin Owens thing in a tag team to face the Usos. We're off. Cody's already just like bumping up the E in not record numbers, but above average numbers. So let Cody be great, and you'll get your match. It's a 6-week promo run. Just stop having
Swerve instead of doing the Usos versus KO and Sammy. Do they do KO versus Sammy one more time at WrestleMania?
Please stop it. Because the last time they went in WrestleMania, he was just like, "Yo, face me in WrestleMania," and it was like, "Yeah, okay," and then it was just a match. This has nothing to do with it. It's had a tag team versus tag team. The real swerve is Roman Reigns winning at WrestleMania. That's the real swerve.
Like when Brock beat Roman at WrestleMania a couple years ago, we're like, hold on, Brock won? Wasn't the story supposed to be Roman winning?
Adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes. Why is a New Day coming out for LA Night? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know.
It was overall it was a good show. It was a good show. I just wish I got more than 4 minutes between Brock and Bobby. That's it. Hell, they could have redid their blood money match. Like that was probably the thing I was most disappointed with was the Brock Bobby match. Well, and obviously, I understand why they changed the chamber because of for safety reasons. I just don't like the chamber, the mats on the outside, the freaking plastic that on the cages that never break. On this, like, I just, that's just me. But I understand safety reasons.
Yeah, the little platforms at the time. I get it. No, well, the padded platforms. I mean, it has to happen. You got it's safety precautions now. But
I get it.
The topic I wanted to bring in hand that I was watching earlier. From 2014 to 2020, did NXT have the best roster in wrestling? So it's just like Undisputed Era. You can just look at this picture: Shayna, Rhea.
Do I get to pick? Do I get to pick a time frame?
Listen.
Because I'm right now. I'm on my main website where I can look at everything, and I can make a very, 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 very strong case for Impact / TNA.
I don't think you can.
I can. I just can.
And what year of Impact? There's I dare say it's like 3 to 4 eras of the black and gold.
I'm gonna start at I'm trying to That's too early. That's too early.
2014 to 2020.
So I'll do. I'll go to. No, that's still a little too early. Let me go to 2012 TNA. 2012 TNA.
You can have 2012 because they're still doing like arrivals at that point, and it's like they weren't like there.
All right, so I'm looking at this 20. I'm looking at this 20. Hold on, make sure is he here? Let me make sure this guy's on this list in 2012.
You
okay.
Say 2012 to 2014.
Okay, okay, fine. We'll go 20. We'll go 20. Damn it. We'll go 2014 TNA roster. All right. So let me start with the. Okay, so NXT has them beat when it comes to the women. I will wholeheartedly admit that, even though the Impact, the TNA roster with the women at that time,
I
has
a full roster here also.
I have it here has names on it: Angelina Love, Brooke Tessmacher, Gail, Havoc, Kaylee Ray, Madison Rain, ODB, Terrence Terrell, the other guy. It wasn't. That was coming out of. They were transitioning from Gail and Awesome Kong to what the TNA Women's roster is now. Just awesome. So I'll say NXT Women's roster in what 2014. WWE submit 24. This 2014. 2014 NXT Women. Last it doesn't say. Shayna wasn't there in 2014, obviously. No. So Shayna got there in what 2016.
Summer Rae, 4 Horsewomen, pretty much.
Yeah. So I can probably find the year of the NXT of the TNA Women's roster up until 2020 where it competes with the NXT Women's roster. But the men in 2014. Cam, I'm gonna just rattle you. You tell me where I'm going wrong, okay? AJ Styles, Austin Aries, Bobby Roode, Bully Ray, Chris Sabin, Christopher Daniels, Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards, Eric Young, Ethan Carter, Homicide, James Storm, Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, Joseph Park, Abyss, obviously, Kazarian, Kenny King, Kurt Angle, Bobby Lashley, Loki, MVP, Magnus, Matt Hardy, Ken Anderson, Petey Williams, Rhino, Robbie E.
All right, we can stop we can stop at Robbie E. That's fine.
Is that Ezekiel Jackson?
Jesus.
Yes, Ezekiel Jackson, who had a stint and people forget how many people were actually in TNA. Samoa Joe, Sam Shaw, Shark Boy, Sting.
I'd say you can stop at. You need to stop it.
If I stop at Robbie E, then that means I don't get to do some. I don't get Samoa Joe.
Okay, so 2014, pretty much Tyler Breeze, Neville, Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, Sammy. Those are the main events for the most part.
I'm taking TNA in 2014.
So you got the Wyatts. You got the Ascensions. You know the Ascensions still have the record for the longest reigning tag team champions in NXT. That's pretty.
Yes, surprised because I thought at a point that the Undisputed Era just always had the tag team titles at one point.
So Mojo Rawley, Xavier Woods.
I'm still taking TNA.
Rusev.
I have AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels.
That's all fair. So
that's like, Cam, come on, stop us, Cam.
Yeah, that's 1-1 because you got the women. NXT has the women, and y'all got the men. So now,
so you want to go? So we're going to 2015 now.
We go 2015.
2015. 2015. So let me.
Hold on, Kaiba.
What website are you using?
I'm using Smackdown Hotel.
Yes, I'm on Smackdown Hotel. All right, so the women 2015, we got Angelina Love, Awesome Kong, Brooke Tessmacher, Gail Kim, Jessica Havoc, Jade, aka Mia Yim, Kaylee Ray, Madison Rain, Marty Bell, Mickey James, Terrence Harrell, Around the Sky. That's a good women's roster, Cam.
Listen,
That's a
as
that's actually
long
better.
as
That's better than good.
as long as you have the horsewomen, it doesn't matter. Just a
Okay, okay. So I'll take your horsewoman and I'll go Mickey, Gail, Awesome Kong, Angelina Love. I think that stands up against the horsewoman.
You just messed up with Angelina Love. Okay, so okay, so hold on. I have the 2015 roster. 2015, yeah, I got 2015 NXT roster. So okay, so hold on. Are you ready for the women?
Let me hold on. Let me
Hold
let me
on,
do
hold on.
let me I'm hold on. I'm making a copy of my tab. I'm gonna duplicate it so I can be right there with you. 2015 woman. Woman, give me the women.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss, Aaliyah,
Whoa, okay? Yeah, Alexa Bliss, Aaliyah, Oscar. Keep going.
Bailey, Becky Lynch, fucking blue pants, but whatever.
Live a
Cameron
Bates.
Carmella,
You skip Billy Kay? You just gonna skip Billy Kay?
oh my bad. Billy Kay, Carmella, Charlotte, Dana Brooke,
Dasha.
Fuentes, Eva Marie, Emma, Liv Morgan. Where's Sasha Banks?
Snacks. Peyton, Renee, Sasha. That is good.
Yeah. Okay, got you. Nia Snacks, Sasha Banks. Come on. As long as you had the worst, you had the horsewoman plus Oscar at that point.
I mean that's a it's so funny looking at the women in NXT compared to who was on the main roster. On the main roster was AJ, Alicia, Brie, what's the name of Cody Rhodes' wife? I can't even remember her. Brandy Rhodes,
Kelly,
Lana, Layla, Naomi, Natalia, Nikki, Paige, Rosa Mendez, Sarah. Stop. She was a coach at that point. And to me, like it's so crazy that the NXT Women's Talent in 2015 just outshone. Like who's the top? It's got to be AJ, right? On the women's roster in 2015, it's got to be on the main roster. It's got to be AJ, right?
Yeah.
AJ. Yeah, it's got to be AJ.
Oh, hold on. So you
on Paige, AJ and Paige, AJ and Paige.
You had that. So with the men, you have Baron Corbin.
I'll give you. Yeah.
Hideo Itami, James Storm, randomly. Kevin Owens, Kalisto, Johnny Gargano, Enzo and Cass, Buddy Murphy, FTR, Samoa Joe, Sami Zayn, Tommaso Ciampa. We got Rich Homie Swan. Fucking Riddick Moss, randomly.
All right, so
don't forget young Angelo Dawkins.
NXT. Well, he was in there for a long time. He was in there. He had like 4 different gimmicks. And remember, I'm almost sure Angelo Dawkins might have been in like one of the last classes of FCW. All right, so let me go NXT. TNA Men 2015. We got Abyss, Austin Aries, Bobby Roode, Brian Myers, Bully Ray, Crazy Steve, The Pope, Davey Richards, Drew Galloway, Eddie Edwards, Eli Drake, Eric Young, Ethan Carter, Gregory Helms, Hernandez and Homicide, James Storm, Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, Kenny King. I'm not King mode, Lord. Kurt Angle, Lashley, Low Key, MVP, Oh, it's what's this dude's name? Mark Andrews, Matt Hardy, Mr. Anderson, Nick Aldis, PJ Black, Rhino,
I think
Samoa Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe was still there in 2015 before he left and went to NXT. Sam Shaw, Shark Boy, Tigre Uno, Tommy Dreamer. So I still like
NXT wins it.
NXT women. I don't think the men win it.
NXT men wins it. Finn Balor,
Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle.
Samoa Joe is not how you start; it's how you finish.
You said the year. Don't give me that. He was in TNA. He was in TNA 2015. Don't play me like that, Prince. Don't do that to me, Prince. Abyss, Kurt Angle, Austin Aries, Samoa Joe, Mr. Anderson, Matt, and Jeff Hardy. Like I can go as far as a push. I can't say NXT wins. I can go as far as a push. I can't say NXT wins. Lashley, Mr. Andrews.
Listen, I gave you 2014. I'm not giving you 2015. I'm fighting for 2015. FTR alone, I'm not fighting that. Are you ready for 2016?
2016.
No real changes in 2016 except for Eric Young.
Same with actually no, the women did change. We gained Ali. I forgot because when she started out in TNA. Oh my god, I forgot she's done there in WWE. No real change. We got Laura Van Ness, aka Chelsea Green. And we got Rosemary, so that definitely ups us.
So at NXT, we got Austin Aries, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable. Who else we got? Oh, the young Patrick Clark, but I won't count him yet. Roger Strong, Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, come on.
Well, we gained in 2016. We got a couple additions. We have Aaron Rex, aka Damian Sandow. You're
gonna need 5 people to count Nakamura. Like, come on.
We gained a one Cody Rhodes.
I'll give you that. That can equal a Nakamura. You can have.
We still have Drew Galloway. We still have Eli Drake. We have Eric Young, Ethan Carter. So the roster didn't change that much because we still have Jeff and Matt Hardy. Do we have Matt Hardy? Yeah, we still have Jeff and Matt Hardy. So the roster didn't change that much. We gained Cody. We gained Mike Bennett.
Bobby Roode.
We lost Bobby Roode. We still have Lashley. We gained Mike Bennett. We gained Cody. We still got Kurt. We gained Eddie Kingston. We gained Moose. I'll give us.
Y'all lost Austin Aries.
We lost Austin Aries. So I'll give the slight edge to NXT, but the additions of Cody, Eddie Kingston, Moose, Mike Bennett shouldn't be like dismissed.
We got Andrade at that point. Eric Young, y'all lost Eric Young at that point.
He was still there. And he left. He was still in 2016.
And also Authors of Pain, Nikki Cross, Nigel McGuinness, even though he's a announcer at that point.
Did I miss him?
Sawyer Fulton randomly.
We went to 2016. Sorry, let me go to
2017.
Let me go to 20. So I'm gonna do 2017 NXT and 2017 TNA. Let me start with the women. Now, did any major changes? So we gained Alicia Edwards, still got Ali, Angelina Love, Ava Story, Brandy. We still got Brooke. We got Diamante. Still got Gail. Casey Spinelli, Laurel Van Ness, MJ Jenkins, Madison Rain, Maria Marty. We still got
All right,
Marty Bell. This is good.
2017, y'all just lost. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
What, the women?
Yeah. Well, the women
I mean,
lost. We got Bianca at that point.
we have Ty Valkyrie and Sienna. Relax, sir. Relax. If you go out of your way right now to disrespect Ty Valkyrie and Sienna, I might never do your show
They
again.
don't equal a young Bianca Belair.
Taya Valkyrie does. Yes, she does. Stop it.
No.
Put some respect on Taya Valkyrie's name.
Stop it. All right, if you look at the picture, minus the pop-ups.
Hold on. I'm on it. We said 2017, 2017 NXT woman. What is her name? Abby Lath. That's Kimberly. Yes, Kimberly, who's really, really good, but she really didn't do much. Kimberly, Aaliyah, who was down there Aaliyah was in NXT for a very, very, very long time. Abby Lath, Asuka, Bianca, Billy. Who was Christy St. Cloud? Just a girl. Dakota, Ember Moon, Kyrie, Lacey.
Like, come on. Like, it's over, buddy.
Liv got drafted up. Mandy Rose irrelevant. Nikki, fucking cheerleader, Rhea Ripley, Ruby, Riot, Sarah Logan, Shayna, Sonya, Zelina, Ty Conti. Ty Conti. That is a very solid women's roster. And okay, so I'm looking. If you look at the picture, Asuka was also drafted to Raw that year. So was Liv. So, but they did spend time there.
It's over, Buckaroo. Let's talk about the men. So we gained Adam Cole, Aleister Black, Bobby Fish. Who else? Velveteen Dream finally emerges. Kyle O'Reilly, Killian Dane, Montez Ford.
Let me see. 2017.
It's over, Buckaroo.
We gained Alberto El Patron.
Ew. That's what you're banking on?
Ethan Page, Chris Adonis. We still have Cody, DJ Z. We gained the Chris brothers, Davey Richards, Desmond.
Hold on. I didn't mention Shayna Baszler. Yikes! Like, come on.
Desmond Xavier. We still got Drew, Eddie Edwards, Eli Drake. We have Angel Garza, Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett.
Stop saying Jeff Hardy.
he's still here. Johnny Impact.
We got Trent Seven. We got your man
Eddie
Cutler before we gave him to you.
Eddie Kingston. Still got Lashley. Low Key is back. Matt Hardy, Matt Morgan, Matt Sydal, Mike Bennett, Sammy Callahan, Petey Williams, Nick Aldis, Moose, Santana, Ortiz, Sanjay Dutt, Suicide, Trevor Lee. As much as I hate this dickhead, Tyrus, put some respect on my roster.
No, NXT wins it. Like, cut it out.
I disagree.
Hey, we got Ty Conti. We didn't do nothing.
We got the Ty Conti that never got to wrestle.
Hey, we got Undisputed Era, freshman Rhea Ripley, Pete Dunne. Like, come on.
2018 TNA women.
I don't know if you want to just. And we got no horsewomen. We're still winning this one.
Not really. 2018 woman: Alicia Edwards, Allison Kay, Chelsea Green, Ali Diamante, Gail Kim, Jordan Grace, Katarina, Kiera Hogan, Madison Rain, Rosemary, Sue Young, Taya Valkyrie, Tessa Blanchard. I think we win that one, sir.
No, Billie Kay, Bianca Belair,
Chelsea
Green. Hold on. Dakota Kai, Deonna Purrazzo. Remember her?
Yes.
Ember Moon, Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, Casey Catanzaro, Lacey Evans, Maria Shafir.
That's good. But once again, sir,
Peyton Royce.
Once again, I will. They're both good. Honestly, at that time. This is when Impact was.
Okay, so this it's just the men blow you out the water then, if that's the case.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see Impact. Let me see
Oh
TNA
man.
men. The roster actually. Who do we gain? We gained. We got Abyss back. We gained Brian Cage.
Wow.
Why are you disrespecting Brian Cage, sir?
I'm a machine.
We got Ray Phoenix. I like the hold on. We got still got Homicide Hernandez. So gaining Brian, I think we only gained. Did we only gain Brian Cage? Oh God, Killer Cross, Lord. Still got Lashley, Matt Sydal, Santana, Ortiz. We got Rich Swann. We got we got Trey Miguel. Whew. We got the Rascals. We got Willie Mack.
What equals undisputed era?
What equals the undisputed era? Let me look. Look, I'm gonna say we losing the technicality because we got fucking Disco Inferno.
That wasn't my fault.
I will go. Only people that really come close is probably LAX at that time.
We got Keith Lee in there, Matt Riddle. Like, come on, Damien. Punishment Martinez. Remember him?
Yes, Punishment Martinez. That was a horrible.
We got the war. We got War Machine. Remember them? Not War Raiders, Viking Raiders.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's when they changed their.
We got Prime Velveteen Dream.
That is very, very much true. Like both rosters are phenomenal.
We got EC3 randomly. We got random Jessamine Duke, but
right. we still have EC3. So like that. So this makes me wonder. I think this is when Billy Corgan was in charge because like you've got to put. As we're looking at, there's been too many people that have just like either left WWE or left Impact, and they were just there the same year. It's a little odd. Both rosters are very, very good.
Yeah,
that shows you.
It just from 2016 on to 2020, it was just like.
That's when Vince. People say Vince knew everything. I honestly believe Vince did not believe what was going down in NXT. I honestly believe that. There's no way he would let Hunter sign all of those people. Hunter was slowly building his ideal roster to take over and usurp Vince. Now, I think it was very obvious what he was doing.
Just for shits and giggles, 2019, Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes.
We gained AC Romero, Black Taurus.
Fandango came back.
We got the guns back. Dega.
Isaiah Scott, remember that? Jordan Miles, remember him?
Smile for Miles. Oh Lord, that's.
We signed Kushida at that point. Hey, remember Matt Martell? Remember that guy?
Matt who?
Matt Martell. You see his face right there.
Oh, Everrise Rules.
Everrise Rules. The
TJP, Trevor Lee, the Rascals.
We got Pat McAfee at that point. Ricochet.
Sammy Callahan, Ray Phoenix. Oh, this was the random ECW phase because I'm looking at fucking Sabu, RBD, and Rhino.
Well, Tyler Breeze came at the year before, so I mean,
Ray Phoenix, Pentagon, Michael Elgin. Both rosters are good. I think. Oh shit. Okay. Cam. We gained Josh Alexander.
No, you gained the North. That's what you gained.
Why are you trying to play me like that? Yeah?
You gained the North. That's what you did.
Why are you playing me like that? Also, people, if you really, don't understand how good of a wrestler Josh Alexander is, you should really go and watch his matches.
I don't know. Josh Alexander is amazing. That was the single greatest tag team breakup push since Shawn Michaels.
I just, man, it's kind of like, how does he not? I think I remember I saw, was it the Sports Illustrated list where it was like the top 10 wrestlers? It was, men and women, and he just wasn't on there. I'm like, you got 4 people on here that should not.
Josh Alexander's singles run is the greatest break apart tag team singles run since Shawn Michaels broke up from the Rockers. I can't really think. I mean, if you want to include Edge and Christian, but Christian,
they both went on. They both went on to become Hall of Famers.
Christian did just as good as Edge. You want to include Jeff Hardy? Matt Hardy did just as good as Jeff Hardy.
Yeah,
I mean, Jeff Hardy is a Grand Slam champion, but Matt Hardy. If you include all the runs with TNA and all that other
Ring of Honor, I'm trying. I mean, that is a very good. Like, I'm trying to.
Now, the only person you really can include in it is Scott Steiner for just basically the shit rock that WCW was in 2000, where he was just a champion and just doing whatever he wanted.
What about Harlem Heat?
Booker became 5-time world champion, and then that's it.
I'll give you another one. When the Dudley split up, because Devon never really became a single star, but Bully did.
Bully won a championship, and then it just fizzled at the Aces. The Aces just fizzled out. Yeah. But what I'm saying, as far as like, okay, Josh Alexander doesn't have the accolades, but in terms of just being I'm not taking anything away from Booker. Booker T is amazing for what he did, like all the angles with the Rock and the evasion angle, how he took it, and he bounced back from being booed out the building in the main event and with Buff Bagwell to doing a lot of WrestleMania matches. Even though he lost to his Triple H, he did a lot of stuff after that, and still being world champion and making do what he had with teaming with Goldust and. I can't even say you can't even say Miz and Morrison, because Miz is clearly accomplished and Morrison is accomplished. Yeah, you might have to Johnny Impact, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny whatever he needs to be in whatever company is paying him.
And he just succeeds at it. Like it's just crazy.
Johnny Mundo,
John Morrison, like it's just okay, so if we were to like,
arguably John Morrison revitalized the Miz when he came back to WWE.
Drip, Johnny Drip with the drip stick.
It was bad, but
it was funny.
Yeah, I mean they were.
If you were to ever do that list, I guess you could say 1 and 2 are probably Shawn Michaels and Josh Alexander
and Booker T.
The ones they'd be 1, 2, and 3.
And if you went around a top 5, it'll probably be those 3, Scott Steiner, and maybe I don't know who came in as a tag team and then just split up and just was tits afterwards, and his partner wasn't.
So good. I'm trying to. It's a good.
I can't include Brett because Brett was going to be a singles competitor anyway. I mean, he wrestled with Anvil here and there, but
you know what? I would it be crazy to say? As much as I respect it, would it be crazy to say Shelton Benjamin over Charlie Haas?
I mean, longevity wise, but I guess.
I mean. That's a very who's number 5?
Number 5 ECW. Nothing.
Yeah, because you're right. I can't even say Taz and Sabu because they started out as a tag team in the Dangerous Alliance, and they both went on to have successful careers. Like, so that is like, I think doing a faction is easier because it's very obvious. You know what I mean?
You can't. I can't think of a 5 really. To tell you the
I
truth.
this is Eminem, Miz and Morrison, the Dudley. Like,
Ziggler, maybe.
that's from a faction. I think if we stick to straight tag teams, because then if you do factions, then you're doing like The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold. You know what I mean? Undertaker. But
From a tag
if we stick in straight, if we like stick to straight tag teams, it's that fifth person because we always assume one tag team partner is going to succeed over the other. But honestly, a lot of tag teams when they go through separate ways still do well.
the Wolves, maybe.
Eddie Edwards over
Yeah,
Ethan Page.
Davey Richards.
Over Davey Richards? Yeah, I might go Eddie Edwards. I'll probably go Eddie Edwards over Davey Richards. I would do that. That's a really good because so I'm trying to think of Ring of Honor tag teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know.
Wait. You actually know what about
It'll be Jay Briscoe, RIP, I guess.
what about? I think I got my fifth. Even though they're both great, Robert Roode went on to greater success than James Storm. I think that's a good fifth.
I still say Jay Briscoe because he was just he didn't get pinned for like a year until he faced Jay Lethal.
Yeah, but also Robert Roode, Bobby Roode, like that's a good. There we go. You say Jay, I say Bobby Roode.
One is 1A, 1B. It took a title for title match for Jay Briscoe to lose. And
No.
well, Jay was it Bobby Roode? It was I forgot the storyline, but it was just like they went like balls to the wall to like stop him from breaking the longest reigning championship for the Impact. I guess. I mean, either or. However,
Yeah, I think Roode is
or Jay Briscoe, but I'm guessing it's gonna be Jay Briscoe just off nostalgia.
But yeah, I'm trying to factions are clearly harder because you can go so many ways with a faction.
The breakout star from a faction.
Yeah. I mean, you got the Rock. If we go straight, just stick to straight WWE, you got the Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Adam Cole. I guess it's it's tough. But
yeah, that's I think that's a very good question. Well, one that I'll do homework on, just like what's tag team singles competitor did better than
and there's definitely a list out there you can. All right, so one quick thing. So I showed you earlier the fan voted WON awards, and people got. I think most people don't know that the WON Wrestling Observer is news. It's the subscribers and the sycophants of Dave Meltzer that voted on that. So, but the one thing I'll say they definitely got wrong was worst promotion. It's clearly the NWA was right there for you. NWA was right there as worst promotion of 2022.
I mean, we know that the internet wrestling community is probably one of the worst communities online ever. right next to the battle rap community, they're terrible.
next to the battle rap community.
They're one A being done.
I'll throw in Star Wars fans. I'm a Star Wars fan that hates being a Star Wars fan because how bad Star Wars fans are.
Oh, Harry Potter's up there too for these.
You're not hitting with them Avatica down.
No, would you pick a house through a quiz and then you just ride or die for them? You picked it through
ride or die.
Relax.
Right.
But yeah, John Moxley is wrestling. No, it's just no.
I'm saying yes, but that's a discussion. That's a discussion for a different day. That's a discussion for a different day.
Not slicey.
That's a but yeah, this was fun. So
everything was very AEW.
It was so that like that yeah.
Raw's the worst. Like, all right, relax.
That like now that I do agree with you, but again, that's also Dave Meltzer sycophants. It was very AEW heavy, which I expect nothing less because Dave Meltzer and his people have a hard on for AEW. At least I can be objective, even though I love wrestling. I love AEW. I love Impact. Like, come on, like so. Yeah, solid. We had a solid even 2-man power trip once again. What are your thoughts on the 2K23 ratings?
I mean, they are what they are. I don't like Carmelo Hayes getting like a 70 something, but that's a
well, that's the one thing I'll say. Like they get some right and then they get some wrong. Like, for example, in whose eyes is Io Sky at 84? You know what I mean? Or Candice LeRae, Mello at the very least is an 85. You know what I mean?
And Becky got like a 94 or something like that, 96.
Becky's a 96. She's the highest rated woman ever.
Over Bianca.
Bianca's a 95.
Bailey's a 90. Give Bailey her just due.
Yeah. So, I'll definitely be getting that, and I also will be getting Fight Forever. I'm gonna get both games.
Shout out to Mercedes Monet. Is it Monet or Money? They kept saying
Monet. It's Mercedes Monet. That's what the apostrophe is.
Mercedes Money.
Did you watch the match?
I watched the match.
Very good. Very good match, wasn't it?
Good match. I like the new addition to the finisher. I didn't like the twisting to the stand, to the DDD. Just do it in one fluid motion.
So apparently her next match will be against. Do you know who Mayu Iwatani is?
No.
For those that don't know who she is, Mayu Iwatani is not probably. She is one of the 3 best women's wrestlers on the planet. Like her and Mayu and Kyrie are top 3. Mayu is, if you ask anybody that watches wrestling goes, yo, how good is Mayu Iwatani? Like, she's just fucking amazing. So if you thought Kyrie versus Mercedes was a great match, get ready for Mercedes versus Mayu, because Mayu is that
and
good.
Shout out to New Japan giving them time. I've been giving maybe 15, 20 minutes.
That match went 27 minutes, Cam.
I wasn't giving time, but
that match, and I'm happy to give them time because they only gave Kyrie 5 minutes at fucking Wrestle Kingdom. I thought that was just they gave Kyrie 5. I thought that was just disrespectful. That was just totally disrespectful to Kyrie.
You got quadruple your time in this one, so
and Cam was not a fantastic match.
It was good. Everything about it was great. I love the finish.
It was really, really, really good. Also, shout out to Mercedes for the attire tribute to Hannah Kimura. It was just a really it was I watched the last 4 matches. It was definitely, for me, it was the best match on the card. I think the second best match was Eddie Kingston versus Jay White.
Yeah. So where's Jay White going?
WWE. I think Jay White is going to the E, and I think Ibushi's going to AEW.
Yeah, Bushi's definitely on AEW.
Yeah.
Jay White to WWE. We'll see.
You know what they're going to do. They're going to just put him right with the OC. They're just going to put him with the OC. And then at some point, the Judgment Day is going to break up, and then we're going to get the Good Brothers with Finn, AJ, and Jay White, and be like, all right, so they should just dominate wrestling, right? In the WWE, right? They should just dominate.
Yeah, and no more bloodline at that point. So there you go.
No more, yeah. I would love. I think Jay White would be able to do what he wants in AEW, but I feel like for his career, it would actually be better for him to go to WWE.
Yeah.
Because he's already wrestled people in AEW. I'm salivating at not only Mercedes versus Iwatani, Jay White versus Seth and Cody, and I want that so bad, so bad. I want that.
The Switchblade era.
So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Based by the hand here, AK Mistake, put your mom in a figure 4 leg lock, follow Blood Cartel, Facebook ID, Twitch, Spotify, TikTok, Twitter. What was it, Saturday? Make it make sense. Who don't watch, go watch what it sound like. Go watch the roundtable. Go watch Locker Room Talk. All that jazz. And then D. Jeremy Pierce. He's a Negro, but not my Negro.
High Risk Wrestling Podcast every Saturday. Tomorrow's show, fantasy booking, the hopefully potential Women's War Games match. Anything else on the horizon? I'll be starting a Patreon right after WrestleMania, and I think we'll be doing a special live episode of what just happened, at least for night one of WrestleMania. Depending on what my plans is, I might even do a live stream for that show. But we also got AEW Revolution coming up in 2 weeks. And Tony Khan did announce that they are working on Forbidden Door 2. And Kenny was like, yo, Mercedes, you wanna team up for Forbidden Door? So Cam, who are they facing? If they do an intergender tag team match, which means the women can write the men, if we get Kenny and Mercedes, who are they fighting?
I have no clue because it's all discombobulated. So I mean, Cole and Britt, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Also, do you agree with the WON that Forbidden Door was the best pay-per-view of 2022?
Absolutely
not. It was a good show.
But a lot of stuff fell through. Cole getting concussed.
Yeah. Cole getting concussed, not having the Lucha Brothers on there because of the AAA stuff.
I have Lucha Brothers on there. Zack
too many multi-man matches.
Yeah, you didn't have Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Danielson was still hurt. Danielson was still hurt at that point.
No, but and that's a minus on your part. So it is what it is. I don't make the rules.
It was still a good show. I mean,
the next one will be better. But I'm for it. In the gender match, we'll see. But
also TNA Impact No Surrenders tonight because they just do Friday. They do Friday pay-per-views now, and they are doing their own Forbidden. I think it's called Multiverse, and they're doing their
type shit.
They're crossing over with AAA and New Japan. Listen, if you don't know Impact Wrestling, they're the real Forbidden Door.
Yeah, Moose versus Okada. Go watch that match.
So, all right, we got here, y'all.
We'll do a Revolution prediction card. What's the match comes out? This one looks like one of the weakest Revolution cards. I mean, I know we're getting House of Black versus the Elite, and I know we're getting MJF Danielson, but
Hangman.
I don't know about the women, and Ricky Starks is going to face Jericho again.
You don't want to see Tony, Jamie, Ruby, and Saraya?
No.
We're probably going to get Keith Lee, Swerve.
No.
We got the Fatal 4-Way for the tag team titles.
No, I don't want to see it, but we'll figure it out.
All right.